Track.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy JB9 Deuce, represent JB Speak Easy, the black platform where black men speak free. Once again, I am your host, JB9 Deuce. Once again, guys, it's always a pleasure to be with you. Right now, guys, give me a second. I'm actually about to do a show a little bit different than I had previously prepared for. I have a good friend of mine coming up. His name is Mark. He works in the healthcare field, and he's going to be actually giving a breakdown on the dark side of healthcare. That's called the dark side of healthcare. Now, I'm not going to lie. Healthcare has failed me and my family in a lot of different ways throughout the years. Now, before I get into my personal story, I actually want to talk to my friend first and get his take on it because he actually works in healthcare. But then I'll also get into my story a little later. But yeah, okay. Now I'm sending him the link so that he can actually, because he had a great testimony as far as him being in the healthcare system. So I want him to actually come on and do his due diligence and explain to us how the healthcare system has done in his experience, because he works there and he said he knows a lot of things. So he's going to tell me about the dark sides of healthcare. I'm giving him a second to come in, but while I'm giving him a second to come in, I'm going to say the healthcare system has been a blessing and a curse for me and my family. The healthcare system, at least from the side of it of being concerned with your patients. Let's start there as far as patient care. I remember when my grandmother was sick. This is what was in. This is in 95, 96. This is when I was a real young kid. My grandmother got into a car accident. And I know the family probably gonna be mad. Why are you telling I've been? But it's just like, I just want to relate to the subject because I'm guys, I'm an honest person. I don't work in the healthcare field, so I don't know everything about it. That's why I'm relying a lot upon my friend to go ahead and give me his take on this. So my grandmother had gotten into a car accident. Long story short, she had got heavily injured in that car accident. And the doctors took a look at her, but instead of giving a thorough look at my grandmother and to see if she was okay, they kind of just gave her some pills and said, "Oh, don't worry, Miss. We examined it. You'll be all right. Just go on home." Right. A few days later, long story short, my grandmother dies. Now, see, my grandma was like 70 or something at the time when she passed but in her mind or in her family's mind, we thought she was straight and that she was going to be all right. Okay, real quick. Oh, my homie's here. You feel me? I actually want to bring him on so he can actually give us his account. What's good, Mark? Welcome to JB Speak Easy, bro.
What's good? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're good.
You're good? All right, for sure.
Yeah.
First of all, before we start, let's take a celebration shot for another
Okay.
day.
I got a little something, you feel me?
For sure.
Oh, what's that, Patron?
This is the Caramino. This is Kevin Hart's brand.
Oh, shit. You gotta send me a drop of that.
Yeah, bro, it's smooth. Like I've tried this and the Rocks brand. I like that better. Also, even though it costs $60, you get a big bottle and it'll last you 2 weeks.
But said 2 weeks, that's like that Everclear type of
yeah. And you know me, I've never said that. So
right, I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, I gotta invest in that.
Yeah, so this one is good. Like I said, it costs a little bit, but it's worth it on me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll take a shot real quick and then we'll start.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Mm-hmm. So You brought up a good topic for today. I'm not going to monologue too long. I call it the dark side of healthcare. I don't
Yeah.
know if that actually was a great title for what you pertaining to talk to today,
No,
but
that
please,
works.
you said that works.
Yeah, I said the title works. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, okay. So yeah, you brought up a very good topic. You brought up a very interesting story that you were speaking to me before the show. Would you like to begin telling that story and probably giving us, like I said, your take on the dark side of healthcare?
Yeah, just in general, I'm going to give my whole opinion on just the medical field, medical system in general, because I work in it. I'm a CNA and a licensed caregiver, and I'm a supervisor for an adult family home. And I've been doing it for about 3, 4 years now. So I've seen different people come and go. I've just seen so much. So when I started in California,
Mm-hmm.
working for a group home with 6 different men that were all mentally disabled, had mental issues, but they were nonverbal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing I want to elaborate is that when these people come here, is off of one or two things. It's one, off of their family doesn't want to take the time to take care of them or deal with them, or they just don't know how, and they just send them to these homes and just throw them away, or they send them to these places so that they can have better help, but they can still manage, because there's people that have mental issues like schizophrenia that are able to still manage. They're able to still be in regular society and do certain things. They just have to have the right medication, the right counseling, and the right care.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. So talking about where I started, like I said, in California, I had a guy that was there, and the one thing he would do all day long was go to the front door and open the door. And the reason why is because he was looking to see if his family was going to come see him. So that right there is a big example of them being aware of what's going on, regardless of their mental issue. They're still aware of what's going on. They still have some common sense. They still have a brain that works, right? Because how would he know to go to the front door? What is he looking for? He's looking for his family. So
Right.
fast forward to now where I'm working at in Washington. Um, I work with people that are just old and disabled. Meaning like the legs probably don't work all the way, have to walk there. Also, they're mentally disabled, meaning they have schizophrenia, they have certain that, right?
Uh-huh.
So the main thing I want to touch on is just in general the system on how you can have a whole house of 6 different people that might have the same or different symptoms, but also just need the same kind of help. But they're getting different help from different places. Meaning, one person might have the same ability to apply for these benefits, and the second person might have the same thing, but yet they're getting accepted for different kind of help.
Okay.
And it might not be the help that they may need. They might need more help or less help. And the reason why I say that is because I have a young boy in my house now. He's 22 years old. He's 22 years old. He's held a job. He went to school and everything. But main reason why he's there is because he just got out of a psychiatric hold, meaning he had a big episode to where they felt like they had to detain him and drug him to really work on him and get him to where he can function by himself.
Mm-hmm.
So now they've discharged him from that place and brought him to my place because they felt that he was able to be in a less secure home, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the thing. Yes, he's able to be in a less secure home, but it's still about what he goes through in his mind. It's still about it's still about what he wants to do, because him, like he
Mm-hmm.
like the thing I'm getting at is that he's able to do certain things for himself. He's able to be in society regular, like a normal regular person. The thing
Mm-hmm.
is that his mental issue is getting in the way. But because he hasn't been evaluated properly, he hasn't been medicated properly, and also he's being under medicated. Why he has these problems and these actions. Me, like just 2 days ago, he was sitting in his room by himself and he was screaming at nobody. He was cursing at nobody and hitting himself. But
Mm.
when I went in there to talk to him, he just said, "Leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone." But I got him to sit down and talk to him to where he came to agreement, like, okay, I'm gonna relax, leave me alone. But he's still
Mm-hmm.
screaming. So even though he was in that state of mind of his mental illness, he still is conscious of what's going on. And if he can hear you, he can still hear you and reply,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm getting at is that incident right there could is something that can be avoided if he was medicated properly.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
so the thing is that with that, so that happened. He left the house. He kind of came at me like he was gonna attack me. So
Oh.
he
Mm-hmm.
left the house and stayed out the whole night till the next day. What I have to do is I have to notify the power of attorney, notify the crisis line, the state crisis line. That's anything. The crisis line is the state number for any for not even if you're a parent, just for anybody that's acting out crazy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I called the crisis line and made a report. They told me there's nobody available right now, but call us back whenever he gets back. So the next day, when he comes back, I call them and let them know. What they say to me is, okay, is he doing anything harmful now? No, because he's calmed down. What they say to me is, okay, well, since he's not doing anything now, we're unable to come out. But if it escalates, then you can call us. And that's the biggest problem because just like what he did the night before, if he escalated, he could have hurt me. He could have attacked me. And he also has a roommate. Let's say that he escalated at that moment and decided to take it out on his roommate and attack his roommate. Before you guys answer the phone, he could already have murdered his roommate. He could
Right.
already have
Right. Yeah.
attacked and hurt his roommate or me.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, if we're making reports like this, you guys should come out because this is something that can turn serious, that can go further, that can be more of a harm. There's
Right.
still
We're detrimental.
people in
Yeah.
the house that he's living in, so he's a harm to not only himself but other people around him.
Mm-hmm.
You
Most
know,
definitely. Mm-hmm.
another thing
Absolutely.
is, another big thing is that he goes out for walks, and he's a drug addict. He's a recovering drug addict, but he still does drugs. He's on opioid medicine.
Oh. Okay.
So let's say he goes out one day, he comes back high, and he trips out way more than what he did that night. And like I said, he attacked somebody. Or let's say
Let me ask you this: was that doctor prescribed that he was on that opium, or was that something
yes,
he just?
yes,
Okay.
yes. He has doctor prescribed opioid withdrawal medicine, which is Suboxone.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I just want to. Okay. Good.
It's for heroin and methamphetamine withdrawals,
Okay.
right? So, like I said, so on top of that, he goes out for walks and does what he does, but he comes back high and he comes back with stuff. Reason why? Reason being why I have to have him empty out his pockets and I have to search him before he comes in the house. But but,
Mm-hmm.
but simple like that. If he comes in the house and sneaks some drugs in, and one of the other clients get to it and overdose and die, then what are we gonna do? Because we're responsible for these people, right?
Absolutely. Mhm.
We're
Absolutely.
we're 100% responsible for these people in these adult homes. They're damn near like foster care,
Okay.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's our thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why like when he started, we didn't let him go out, but we can't hold a client hostage, right?
Right.
So this is the thing. So like I said, I call the crisis line, I call the DCR. Like I said, they tell me that because he's not doing anything now, they're unable to come out. But what about what he did? And what about how it escalated? Like I said,
Right.
he
Right.
could have attacked me. He could have hurt me. What if What if he went so far as to hurting me so much to where I have to go to the hospital? So now you have a whole house of people that need to be cared for, and there's no caregiver because I have to go to the hospital now.
Mm. Mm.
So my main point is two sides. One, we need to really take care of these patients and really evaluate them, and also put in the work to help them. Because you
Mm-hmm.
understand, the DCR is the crisis line that is supposed to be our go-to when something crazy happens like that. We don't like, we can call the police, but it's just like the DCR is just like the police. They're not going to come within 5 minutes. They're going to take at least 15.
Or yeah, some
You know
time.
what
Yeah.
I'm saying? They're going to
Mm-hmm.
take longer to respond, which is all the time the person needs to either do what they need to do, leave, or attack.
Okay.
So the first thing is that, if we're going to be in this medical field, we have to have protection for both the workers and the patients.
Right.
The second thing is, if somebody reports something like what I reported, why is there nobody on call to come out? On top of that, even the next day, why are you refusing to come out?
Right. Especially we know there's a serious situation at hand.
You get what I'm
So,
saying? Like, it's
mm-hmm.
one thing to document something, but it's another thing to take action. And stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
where we need to take action.
Absolutely, and I agree 100%. And I don't mean to cut you off, but with your story that you're telling actually brings me to a story I was watching on Netflix or on YouTube. There's um this page I go to called Celebrity what's it called, Unsung or Undeath or something like that. But it had
Yeah.
this actor called Christophe St. John. Long
Yeah.
story short, his son had mental issues and had issues with drugs, and he was checked into a rehabilitation center similar to what you're saying.
Mhm.
And what ended up happening is he used to go AWOL, he used to leave out, and a lot of these things was because the healthcare professional system failed him because they wouldn't keep a good eye on him. He was already suicidal. As a matter of fact, he attempted suicide several times and was a recovering drug addict, just like you said. And long story short, he ended up dying because because he was they were supposed to be watching him. He said he was feeling suicidal, and they kind of said, "Oh, he'll be all right. Okay, we'll wait till something happens." And then he ended up killing himself.
Mhm.
And then even more short stories. Long story short, his father went crazy from losing his son. He went to a mental institution, and then they also wasn't watching him, and he walked out and then ended up killing himself. So that's
Yeah.
crazy. And guess where this center was? Right here in Pasadena, the one right here on Raymond. That's crazy, huh? You
Yeah.
know. So even though I'm not all the way educated on that, that just brought back that story. I'm sorry to cut you off, but
No,
go
no,
ahead.
you're good because it relates. Because
Mhm.
just like the young boy I'm talking about, the real only reason why he's still alive and in our house is because his mother has gone above and beyond to make sure that
Mhm.
she's the one that pushed for him to go somewhere. The only reason why he's still in a
Uh huh.
facility thing.
Yeah, I'm still listening, bro. Okay. I think you froze, bro. I'm waiting for you a minute though. I think you froze. Oh, I can hear you again. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. I think it froze for a second, but yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Um, oh, I can hear you now. Yeah, I can hear you now. But first, it kind of skipped out a little bit. Okay. Yeah, Mark. Yeah, go ahead and go and exit and come back in. But yeah, like this is an interesting topic that Mark brings up, and there's several different examples even I could use that relate to his story because it's shocking that this happens so often. Like I told you, Christophe St. John, his son actually, was in an institute similar to what Mark's patient was doing, and he was recovering from drugs and all that. Like I told you, he ended up killing himself because of the failure of this healthcare system to get him proper care that he needed. But I want you guys to listen to
Good.
more of what he
Can you hear
says in
me?
the. Yeah, now I can hear you. Go ahead.
All right. I'm sending it to niece so she can get on because she's in
Elise,
the.
Denise,
Yeah. Send it live
perfect.
to her phone. You got her
Oh,
number?
perfect. I was actually gonna suggest that because I know she works with patients.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
So
That's
send a line
perfect.
to her phone. She. I told her we was
She's
going.
waiting. Okay, cool. Got her right now. I'm gonna send it to her. I'm gonna send it to all three of her social
No,
medias.
send it to her phone. Her phone.
Okay.
You got her number?
Yep.
Okay.
Let me see. Because this is good, and she came to mind too when we said this.
Because I was on live with her before I got on here, and I told her that what we were talking about. So.
And yeah, and I know she works in the healthcare system too. Perfect. Yeah, I sent you the link. I'd love to hear y'all go back and forth because I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? I don't know everything, so I'm learning. And then just that story I used just brought me back to my memory. Like, damn, I saw a story like this.
Because everything I'm telling you is all just from me experiencing it from just being in the field.
Right, right.
You know, so like I said with that young boy, like right now his mom is trying to get him under Social Security and SSA and all that shit. But what
Mm-hmm.
they sent a form to really understand exactly what care he needs, regardless of what he already done been through. He done already been on the psych hole, all that shit. They're
Mm-hmm.
sending forms to get exactly detail what he needs. Meaning, like if he takes a shower, does he do it by himself? No, he has to be told. He has to be watched.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Like he's a person that he's 22 years old, but he never developed past maybe like third grade. But in general, the biggest thing is just the help that they're giving him. Like I said, if we call the crisis line saying that he's tripping, he's hurting himself, and he might hurt somebody else or hurt staff, that
Right.
should be priority. You should come out and see what's going on.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
just like I said, the fact that I called y'all was a serious matter. On top of that, like I said, if he came at me and hurt me and I get stabbed or something, I got to go to the hospital. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with the clients that's left there?
Right.
And that's another big thing too is that there's no good procedures for the caregivers to take care to handle situations like that. All they do is tell us to call 911 in the crisis line, but before they show up, I could be dead.
Right. Right. Yeah. That's a
You know,
serious occasion. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's serious.
because just it's just like with psych wards. With psych wards, if you trip out too hard, what do? They have a tranquilizer to shoot you and calm you down and detain you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why isn't that allowed in these homes? Because we're taking the same people that you have in these psych wards in our home. Like I
Mm-hmm.
said, I deal with like I have 4 clients now that's all schizophrenic in different levels, but they all have schizophrenia. And schizophrenia
Mm-hmm.
is one of the most dangerous mental illness to have, right?
All right, let me ask you a few questions so that we can get the audience in on this too, so they can learn something. Schizophrenia, usually isn't that the one where they have multiple personalities, or is that more of like just a rumor people say? What? Oh, Mark, you fell out, bro. My bad. I just was asking questions because I wanted you to. Man, don't worry. I'm gonna keep the lines open. But guys, basically what he's saying is basically the topic says the dark side of healthcare, meaning that when we have these incidents with these people who are mentally unstable, what the proper procedures we should do. Okay, yeah, my bad, bro. Yeah, please explain to us the actual definition of schizophrenia and not just what people say in society, but what actually medical definition is.
I don't know the actual book definition, but from what I deal with
What
and
you
what
know,
I'm
yeah.
familiar is that schizophrenia is a mental illness that it's almost like split personalities. It's
Okay,
almost
okay, so
it's a higher level of split personality and personality disorder, because personality disorder is something that is like you have a hard time just interacting with people or interacting with yourself. Schizophrenia is a higher level because you automatically hear voices.
okay.
So, but there's different levels because, like I said, I have 4 different people that have the same diagnosis, but they're all in different levels. I have a new guy that's a Mexican, and mainly he speaks nothing but Spanish. But you wouldn't know that he has schizophrenia unless you read his med list,
Okay.
because you don't see him talking to himself or talking to the air, or you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the most you'll see is him talking, but you think he's talking to you, but he's talking to himself. but you wouldn't know it.
Right. And I'm gonna say this, Mark. Even though I'm not in the Medicare system, I work at the Hat or whatever, and a lot of times I have to remove a lot of people who are mentally unstable that are
Yeah,
homeless.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
I've done,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. And that's another big thing. You see it with just the homeless. Even if you don't work in the medical field,
yeah,
we I'm sure 90% of people have seen somebody just sitting there talking to himself.
yep,
And
yeah.
I'm
I
like,
see
this
it every
motherfucker's
day.
crazy.
Yeah, every day.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But see, just in that general, it's give and take, because especially up here in Washington, they've done so much to try to help these homeless, but they can only do so much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like giving a person a home to stay and putting them on a program is one thing, but giving them real medical assistance and real medical help is the difference.
Hmm.
And that's the whole thing with the young boy. He needs way more help than what we can give him. So
So
whether
basically, the issue is basically the healthcare system isn't providing the necessary assistance that these patients may need. Basically, the
yeah,
problem is,
yeah,
okay, yeah, I'm making
yeah,
sure we okay.
because it's two different things. Either they're diagnosing somebody that may not be that serious, or may not need all that, or they're diagnosing somebody that needs all that, but they're not giving them enough. So that's what I'm saying about the young boy. The young boy needs more help than what we can give him. Just like the
Hmm.
injection he takes every month for his schizophrenia, he needs it. He needs a higher dose, but they won't give it to him. They won't provide it because when they talk to him, he's denying all this shit. He's just saying that he just has ADHD. So
Hmm.
that's another big thing. They don't listen to the people that take care of him. Before he came to me, he was with his mother, you
Okay.
know, and now he has a whole restraining order against him from staying away from his mother and his family because he got violent.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Hmm.
So that's one thing, but yet you're not giving him the proper dosage or the proper medication to keep him under control, because he can be under control. He didn't had a job before and everything.
Hmm.
You know, like when I do his blood sugar, I give him the needle. He takes it himself. You know, so he can be functional. But it's about when those times comes when he has episodes, or when he has those bad times where it's uncontrollable and we have nothing to give him to help him, or
Hmm.
either he refuses it because he doesn't think he needs it.
Hmm.
And that's another thing. Like another big thing with the medical system is that with caregivers and the staff that takes care of these people, they don't think too much about what we go through or listen to what we're saying.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because just
There's
like
a
I
lot.
said, when I called the crisis line and told them what happened, they told me to call back when he comes back. Then when I called back, they said, "Okay, well, he's not doing nothing, so we can't come out."
Yeah,
Like,
that's messed up.
like how does that work? Because if he did it once, of course he's obviously going to do it again. But then on top of that, if it was so serious to where he came at me and I'm in fear for my life or the other clients, you need to come evaluate.
Hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Okay, yeah, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off, but right now we also have Denise on the line too. She finally was able
Okay.
to get in. Denise, could you unmute your mic because we're on mute and we can't hear you? But I'd definitely like to get your take in on this too.
Yeah,
So
because Denise deals with the same thing, but just younger people.
exactly. Hmm.
Can y'all hear me?
Okay,
Yeah.
now I can hear you. Yeah, go
Hey
ahead. Yeah.
y'all.
All right. Hey, what's up,
Hey.
Denise?
Hey.
Everybody on JB Speakeasy. This is my good friend Denise. She also works in the healthcare system, and I would love to hear her and Mark go back, not back and forth, but tell me what their experiences are. So, Denise, have you been watching us up until this point to know?
I've been watching a little bit, so just fill me in so then I can
Okay.
like elaborate.
So the
Sure, I
title of
got,
the
I got
show.
her. So,
Oh,
so
oh yeah,
Denise,
go ahead, Mark. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, Denise, just elaborate on like what you go through when you're dealing with your clients. Like when you're dealing with Jocelyn or Sam, just talk about the difference on what you have to do and like how you have to handle them. You know?
Okay, well, some days it be good, some days it's bad, just depending on their mood.
Yeah.
They have their moments where they act out and have behaviors and, do too much. But because I've been working with them for so long, like I know how to handle them and they know how to listen to me. Like, you feel me? Like,
Mm-hmm.
but like what
But
I
see,
was saying in the
it takes the
comments is
same
like
person to do
when you
that
work in
because
that type of field, you grow bonds with these people. Like
yeah,
they're like my kids. Even though they're
yeah,
not kids, it's like they're like kids to me. Like
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and they really love me, even though like they be mad at me sometimes because I yell at them or I'm very firm with them, but they know it's out of love, like
Yeah.
Right.
because they know what the fuck they be doing. You feel me? Like they're
Facts.
very
That's
smart,
another big thing.
regardless of the issues that they have. They know what they be doing. They're very smart. They, they
Yeah.
know what the fuck they're doing. So,
And that's another big thing that the medical system doesn't take into consideration. They just think because they have medical issues
hmm
that they just don't know what they're doing, or and that's why they believe everything they say.
no,
I'm
what
talking.
I don't agree with is they give them so much medication, they drug them up, and I feel like a lot of their medicine has to do with why they act out. Like
That's a fact.
y'all
Yeah.
give them so much
Mhm.
medicine in the morning, and then in the evening, in the nighttime. Like they don't need all this fucking medication. Like
Right.
I feel like the medication is making it worse sometimes.
Right. Right. And
Mm.
that's a fact. That's a
That's
fact.
that's the problem. Y'all drugging them up. Like
Yeah.
Which is why I asked you, Mark. Like that's why I asked, will the doctor prescribe that or not? Because don't they supposed to give the right amount of doses? Because I don't know, so I'm just asking questions to
yeah,
kind
they are. They're supposed to give the right amount of dosage,
of. Mhm.
but because they have the issues that they have, they just feel like, okay, fuck it, we're just gonna give them this so it can calm them down, but not knowing that's gonna activate them. You feel
Right.
me? Like
Mm. Mhm.
y'all don't have to deal with them. Y'all just prescribe a medication, we give it to them, and then we have to deal with them.
Right.
Y'all don't have to.
Mhm.
If like the doctors and all that, yeah, y'all, they get the little monthly checkups and the doctor's appointments, and y'all see them, and okay, well, we're gonna keep her on this medication, or we're gonna keep on this medication, or we're gonna take this off. Woo, woo, woo. Y'all don't have to deal with them,
Right. Right.
Right.
And
and they're
that's
very smart. They're very
yeah.
smart, and they're very
Yeah.
loving, and they're very kind. Like my girls, is I work with all girls,
Mhm.
and I love my girls, but they know what the fuck they be doing. And Ace, you already know because you be seeing it firsthand. When I be dealing with Sam and Jocelyn, like, you know what I'm saying? And Jocelyn, I work with 4 girls, and Jocelyn's the only one that's nonverbal.
Mhm.
But that's my baby. And she's really my baby because she can't talk. You feel me? Like I treat her a
Mhm.
little bit differently because she's not able to tell me what's wrong, or
Right.
you know, she can communicate with certain things. Like I know when she has to pee, or I know when she wants to go outside, or I know like if she's hungry. Like there's certain way, like there's certain hand gestures that she does. But besides that, when she's yelling and screaming and throwing stuff, I don't know what's going on. She could be in
Right. Right.
pain, or
And
you know what I'm
so
saying. But
that
once,
also plays into the system because,
mm-hmm,
like you're saying, how even though she can't speak for real, she can still communicate. The
yeah.
doctors aren't taking that into consideration.
And because she
And,
doesn't talk, we have pictures. So like we have pictures of food or like moods, like how you
and
feeling
see,
today? You feeling sad? Or we have pictures of parks and outside. Like so she can
what you're
direct
talking
us, like,
about
okay,
is
I
the
want to
biggest
do this.
problem.
Like
This is what you're talking about is the biggest problem because the system deems these people as just basically dumb.
it's in my opinion, it's just money for them. It's just another check.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
They don't
Yeah,
really
yeah. I was
care.
gonna say,
Like,
yeah, that does. Mhm.
yeah.
and a
So
lot of people that
hey,
work in this field really don't give a fuck. Like me, yes, they irritate me bad. Don't get me wrong. I have my days with them where I cuss them out. Not cuss them out, like really like cussing them out, but I yell at them. Like I said, I'm firm with them, and I put my. They know not to fuck with me. They know
Right.
when I'm mad. They know like, okay, yeah, Denise, yeah, we can't fuck with her because at the end of the day, like I said, they're very smart, regardless of the issues that they have. They know, like, okay, if it's a new person, they can run over the new person because the new person's gonna be so, oh, and they're gonna baby him and be kind to him. No, with me, they already know you can't play with
yeah,
me.
Denise, look, the
Mhm.
craziest thing, if you think about it, we deal with people that are mentally ill that really shouldn't know nothing about common sense. But
Mhm.
yet,
Right. Right.
No,
but
but
yet,
listen, they got more common sense than a fucking regular person. They more
facts.
Mhm.
smarter
That's
than
what I was gonna
regular
say.
people.
Facts.
They
That's,
smarter than me.
that's the biggest thing. You think that just because they have this mental illness that
Hmm.
they're just done to the world, they can't do whatever, whatever. But we see experience. We watch it
Right.
every single day that these
And what
motherfuckers.
I don't understand is how like motherfuckers in the
Mhm.
fast food chain is getting paid more than healthcare workers.
Yeah, that's a problem too. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah.
They getting paid $20+ an hour, and I'm still getting paid $18. Like what? We go through more shit. We put our life
Mhm.
on the line. And I'm not saying every job you put your life on the line because something can happen at the McDonald's or, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm not saying that, but I just feel
Right. Right.
like when it comes to healthcare workers or people that works in that field of taking
and
care of
care,
people,
caregivers is
we
the main.
need more pay. Like
Yeah.
we're always at work.
But also, just regardless of the pay, we need more security. Like
That
I was
part.
telling Josh,
Right, right.
like I was telling Josh with my young boy 2 days ago. Like the most I can do is write a report and call the DCR. But the DCR don't want to come out, then what the fuck am I supposed to do? They're telling me if he escalates, then call us back. By the time y'all come out, if he escalates and stabs me, what the
It's
fuck
gonna be
am I
a
supposed
whole nother issue.
to do? You get what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And I
It just,
already reached out.
you get what I'm
But
saying?
see, Ace, your house is different because like, you know, your mom like owns that house or whatever. So I don't know how
It's
many
not
like
different. It's not different. It's the same.
no,
It's
no, it's the same, but I'm saying like as far
Yeah.
as like out like connection wise, I don't know how many connections she has or how she goes through the like the system with the government. I don't know, like you know what I'm saying. With my
no,
girls,
no.
they get paid through the state.
Yeah, one at a
Yeah,
time, guys.
they,
One at a
they
time.
do.
Yeah. One at a
No,
time.
no, it's the same because just
Mm-hmm.
like where you're at, if one of your girls start to trip out and try to hurt you, the most they tell you to do is do what? Call 911, call the crisis line, right?
Oh no, they don't tell us that.
Oh
They
well,
only tell us to call 911 if it's a really emergency where they can't breathe or it's like a serious situation where they're
see,
dying.
just
But if
like
they're trying to attack me, oh yeah, they already
So
know I'm gonna
basically,
attack back.
different institutions have different regulations on how they
Yeah,
do these.
for
Okay.
sure.
because some institutions are privately owned, are family owned, like how mine is. Mine
Okay.
is,
Okay.
my,
Yeah. Just for clarity. Okay.
but regardless, just in general, the state of any state with caregiving, if a client is acting out or going crazy, the first thing they tell you to do is to call 911 or call the crisis line. But my thing is just like that. By the time I'm done talking to y'all, nigga, if I get stabbed up, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
All right. That's a good point. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because on top of that, with these special people, they don't give us nothing to calm them down. Like how in psych wards they have tranquilizers if you act out, right? There's none of that
Right,
in these homes. But we have the same kind of people.
right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's
But
the
like you
biggest
said, it's different like different rules and regulations for different households and
yeah. And,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the biggest problem is different rules and regulations, but we still have the same kind of people. The same people that's in the psych ward
mhm.
is the same people that's in my house.
Because like when one of our girls tries to attack us, we're just trying to like redirect them basically. But me, I don't play that shit. Like I'll
Okay,
swing on
now,
your ass back.
real quick,
Right.
guys. Mark, you already explained what they do at your institution whenever these people have a episode. Now, Denise, what exactly is the procedure they do when they get out of line with you, or when they start throwing stuff, or what does they want you to do at
Now,
your
let me
facility?
tell you, because like I said, in August it'll be 3 years that I work there. So my girls know not to play with me no more. Like when I first started working there, of course I didn't want to yell at them. I was babying them. But now that I've been there almost 3 years, they know not to play with me. So they don't even have no like type of they don't even try to hit me. They don't try to like throw nothing at me because they know like I'm not playing.
Yeah, but he was
Like
talking about general. Like if they just decide to just go off script, just
now,
throw shit.
if I hear like Jocelyn, my
Yeah, right.
nonverbal client, Jocelyn, my nonverbal client, she will yell and scream and throw shit while she's in her room, and I'll go in
Uh-huh.
there and I'll yell at her like, "Pick this shit up." I won't say pick this shit up, but I'll say pick it up. Da-da-da. You know, I'm firm with her, and she picks it up because she knows like, okay, Denise, yeah. Once Denise comes in, I can't play with her.
And what he
Mm-hmm.
does,
Now, if it's a new staff, she can get away with that because a lot of people are scared of Jocelyn because Jocelyn, she's the littlest one, but she's strong as fuck. Strong.
but
Like
to
when
me,
I say strong, she's
what he's
strong.
asking is just in general. What's the procedure if a client
Yeah,
like
what do
But that's what
exactly
I
they
be
tell you to
telling
do?
them.
Yeah.
I said, stop showing the clients that you're scared of them because if they know that you're scared of them, they're gonna use that to their advantage.
no,
Okay.
Denise, I get what you're saying, and I get it. What J Rail is asking is just the proper procedure on paper. Like if a client's acting out, do you call the crisis line? Do you
No, no,
call
we don't do that. That's what I said. If they're acting out, if they have a behavior, we just redirect them
who's
and calm
asking?
them down.
Yeah,
Now, if it's a situation that happens where they really hurt themselves If they're banging their head and blood comes out and they bust their head open with ooh, then we have to call on call, which is the emergency people. And then
Okay.
we have to take them to the but
Line?
if they're just having a behavior and throwing stuff, we don't call nobody. We just
No, see,
redirect them.
see, that's the difference. What you're saying is just one certain line. What I'm saying is that what I have to do is I have to call the state hotline, the crisis line.
Yeah, your
Mm-hmm.
thing is different.
Yeah, I have to call the crisis line. Then I have to call 911, depending on how it goes. But like I said, in general, the first thing we're supposed to do, being taught as staff and caregivers, is we have to call somebody. But me picking up the phone, this motherfucker can stab me before that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's like at my house, we got all the sharp shit put up. Forks and
Yeah,
knives
yeah,
is locked up.
right.
Anything that's
Okay.
sharp
Same here.
is all locked up.
Yeah, but what
So
we
the only thing
what,
that's out is spoons and cups, and we only have plastic spoons,
but
plastic
what, I,
cups. Like,
what we was getting at, Denise, is just in general, what we're taught
no,
as
yeah. But like I said, like you said, different strokes for different folks because your situation is a little bit different. With my situation, like our clients, yes, they may have the same like disabilities or whatever, but they don't react the same. Like
yeah,
you work with just males, and I work with just young girls,
yeah.
and they're
But
not young; they're like
we're just
my
talking
age, a little
about
older. You feel me? So
yeah. We're
we
just talking
already
about
have procedures to
general.
where everything is locked up, knives, forks, all that is locked up. They can't like get
Yeah,
to nothing.
and I had the same thing. But like what we're talking about is just in general the system.
Yeah,
Because
that's what I'm saying. Everything is different.
regardless of who we take care of, like I said, what we're taught as the staff, that if
Yeah.
something acts out, we're supposed to either make a report or call
Mhm.
someone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At my house, if they're having a behavior, we don't have to make no report unless it's really serious. If it's a death like a death type situation, if they're choking or if their head is busted open from
Right.
banging their head, then that's when we call. But if they're just hitting their head or if they throwing stuff or yelling, we don't have to call nobody.
Okay. So, question: do you write notes every day, like daily notes?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Well, no, you're still making reports then, because if
Yeah.
they
We have
come,
to write notes every day to basically put down what they did and how they acted, how was their behavior, what they ate,
right,
their leakage,
that's,
like when they
but
went
that's
to go
still a
use the
report.
bathroom.
That's still a report, because if the state comes and want to know about a client,
Yeah.
anything,
Yeah, definitely.
that's one.
I mean, we have to do that. That's just
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
regardless. But I'm just saying like how your household is, like if they have a behavior, if they're yelling and screaming, you got to report to somebody. That I don't understand that cuz it's like that's their behavior. So it's like if I have to call you every time they yelling and screaming and they're not physically like harming anybody else or yourself, that don't make sense. Like I said, Jocelyn, she yells and screams, throws shit in her room. We don't have to call nobody to report that. Like that's just one of her behaviors.
We
Now, if she does
we have
something to like, if she has self injury behaviors, and she hurts herself to where we have to go to the ER, the emergency room, then that's different.
right,
Then
of
we
course,
have like a emergency report. That's we write the notes down, but when it comes to like if we have to go outside of that where we have to call 911 or have to take them to the ER or the urgent care, that's another different type of report. You feel me? We don't
right.
have to do that.
And now that you're telling me how your job goes, it also has to do with this too, because with these clients that come in these homes, they're chosen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're not just just released. Like the owner or the manager goes and choose these people to get, because you have to get admitted, right? So that's a good thing, that whoever your owner is, whoever everybody that she chose, she looks at the assessment, and then also like
Hmm.
the past behaviors.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's something that's documented. Just like I said, how we write notes every day. Those
Yep.
are those are all documents that go into the system,
Yeah.
especially if somebody gets released or somebody's
Hmm.
been admitted. Their
Hmm.
behaviors is all documented.
But see, your clients have a little more freedom than my clients have. Like your clients got their own car. They can go out when they want to go out. They can go to the store. They can drive their car. Like my clients, yeah, they have their freedom, but it's like they have to be supervised. Your clients can go to the store, get in their car without supervision, and you know what I'm saying. So it's like it's a different like type of thing, just
Yeah,
depending on what their issues are.
because even though my place is like that, if we get like a doctor order, like with the dude that had the last dude that died,
Yep.
he had a doctor order that was not supposed to let him go out and drive alone because he takes medication that impairs him. Also, he has to be on oxygen. So he had a doctor order that was not supposed to let him drive alone, but yet that nigga was whipping it every day. And there's nothing we can do because yes, we put in the order, but in general, we can't stop him from leaving the walking out the door.
Right, because that's their rights. They have rights.
You know
You
what
know
I'm
what
saying?
I'm saying? Like that's just with us too. Like they have the right to choose what they want to eat. They have the right to choose if they don't want to shower. They have the right to choose like whatever they want to do. But it's like at the end of the day, it has to be a structure and it has to be some like common denominator in that shit. Like, okay, you just not gonna just run all over me because you feel me?
So yeah, so look, so going back to the topic, that's exactly what it is. Because like just like how me and your home is different,
Hmm.
just like the guy
It's
I'm
still
talking,
the same.
it's still the same.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that the system is not going the right way because the dude I'm
Right.
talking about that was
Right.
supposed to drive alone, there should be somebody in place or something.
Right.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
has
Because
to be some type of structure in the household.
you get what I'm
Because
saying?
if there's
Because
no structure, then they'll just run off. And like I said, they're very smart. Don't let the shit that they got going on fool you. They know exactly what they fuck they're doing, and they can, they can run that on somebody that's new and really don't know the game. But if you've been working with these people for a long time, it's like, okay, you can't run that on me. I already know what's up. Like, who do you think you're fooling?
yeah, but the whole thing is that regard us as staff are not covered the way we should be.
Right. And we're not.
Because
We're not.
prime example, Denise, your coworker that got fired recently. What was she fired for?
It was a situation where one of the clients said that she abused her. So
Now,
they take that abuse shit serious. Like,
now, let's look at it from both,
mhm.
whether she did or she didn't. If she didn't, it was just a misunderstanding, or let's say it's just like what we're talking about. Let's
No,
say,
but listen, Sam was the one that made the accusation. But Sam, what I guess, cause Sam, you be seeing her on my live and shit, like she be in my face. Sam she's one of them ones that's like she cool, but she could switch up and she can make an accusation that don't make. Cause she made an accusation on me before. You feel me? Not
and
like no abuse shit, but like towards another staff.
see, just like we're talking
But
about, that's with every client.
yeah, exactly. That's what every client it comes with that. That's why you have to be careful
That's with every
how
client.
you deal with
So
them
that's what I'm
because they can go back and be like, oh, well, this person did this to me, this and da, 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 and you
that's,
didn't even do shit.
that's why I'm getting back to the topic. The
Yeah.
care,
Just
care
one at a time, guys. One at a time. One. Yeah.
yeah,
My bad. Go ahead, friend.
the name of the topic is the Medicare system. The system, Medicare system is Medicare. It's your health,
Right,
and it's supposed to cover both ends. If you work in it or if you're in it, right? Just like medical insurance. Medical insurance helps you with everything it come with,
right.
regardless of who you are, who you are. You know what I'm saying?
It covers you. Yep.
So if we're in the Medicare in the medical system taking care of somebody, getting delegated to give medicine, we should be taken care of just like they're taken care of. Because people that are homeless come in the Medicare system, get being numbers off the state.
Right,
You get what I'm saying? Motherfuckers come straight off the street, go to the hospital for something, and end up having a whole guardian. Like, you know what I'm saying? So and it's just like you're saying, like I said, how they switch up. That's what every that's the
no, and
biggest.
I hear what you're saying, friend, and I absolutely agree with you. But the sad fact about it is, in this type of limelight, they don't give a fuck about us. Their only priority is the client.
All
So
right.
it's like, regardless of the fact, it's like we could be there for the clients, do our job, go above and beyond. But if a client makes a false accusation, they're gonna just turn. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna run it up on us. And it's
Yeah,
like, bro, I've been working with this client for years. This client makes up accusations. They don't care about that. That's why I say, like, stop working so hard for these companies, because at the end of the day, they'll fire your ass real quick and replace you real quick.
Facts. And just I'm saying, just with the system, like they'll believe somebody
Yeah, that's what I'm
that
saying.
they believe somebody that got 15 different personalities rather than you. That
Right.
you know,
But they don't care.
no matter if
They
you got
still gonna
two,
go with the
no,
client, because at the end of the day, what they say, the customer is always right, the client is always right in their eyes. Even if you didn't do shit, even if there's no evidence, the client made an accusation against you, whether it's abuse or whether you yelled at them, whether you cussed at them, they're gonna run with their narrative and not try to have no type of investigation. And like, come on now, I've been with these clients for how long? And you hear one accusation and you ready to just throw me?
thing is that even though it's a business, it's a job. We're like I said, we're in the Medicare business. The Medicare business is life.
Yeah,
Basically, we're in the business of help of providing life, forwarding life, assisting life, right?
right.
So why are we taking care of like that?
Because these jobs don't give a fuck about. It don't matter what field you work in. It don't
Because
matter
we
what
we have
job you. No, I hear what you're saying, but listen to what I'm saying. It don't matter what field you're in. You can be in a big corporate office, art a field, a fast food field, wherever you working at. These jobs do not give a fuck about us, and they'll replace us real fast. They'll fire us real quick, but then they want us to put in a 2 week notice when we're ready to quit. But you'll fire us in 2 seconds.
and they'll fire you with no explanation
Why do we go above and beyond for these jobs and they don't give a fuck about us?
because you need them to
We
live.
working for the white man. That's why we need to start getting on our own program, have our own business, have our own hours, have motherfuckers working for us. Cause this shit is bullshit. We getting underpaid while motherfuckers at McDonald's is getting paid $25 or $20+ an hour. That don't make sense. How is y'all getting paid more than healthcare workers? And
But
we're a necessity. Cause when it was COVID and everything, it was all that shit was shut down. Who was open? The hospital, the nurses.
but to these, not to cut you off, but I'm just reminding you we're on J Rail's show and it has a title, so we're sticking to that topic. I hear what
Yeah,
you're
it's I'm
saying.
still on the same topic. I'm still in healthcare. I'm still on that. Cause at the end of the day, I feel like, friend, it takes a strong type of person to do the shit that we do, to work
That,
in the field that we do.
that's a fact. The biggest thing I always tell people about working in this shit is patience.
Mhm. Patience.
Is patience.
And this type of job has taught me patience, because when I used to work at fast food and shit, I didn't have no patience. I was arguing with customers, ready to fight. Bitch, fuck you. This has really like taught me, like, okay, you can't do all that rah rah. I could, but I can't. You feel me? So it's like, if you work in the healthcare, I respect you because you have a different type of heart. But a lot of motherfuckers that work in this field don't really have that heart. They just working for a check. I feel like if you gonna work a job, at least like your job and at least like do it for a good reason. Don't just do it for no check.
And I want to point out that's the biggest problem with the Medicare system is people is doing it for a check, and they got people like us that really do it, and it's like, nigga, I could say fuck this, but
Right. Exactly. No, don't get me wrong, because I'm doing it for my money. I'm doing it for my check. But I really love my girls. I really love my clients. I really love them. Like, I'll die for them type shit. You feel me?
and
If
see,
I'm with them and some shit happen and some shit pop off, I'm gonna jeopardize my life so that they don't have to.
and you know it's crazy. I'm gonna bring it all together. That's why they call it caregiving, because you give a care. Because
Yeah. And I'm very caring. They get on my fucking nerves and they get on your nerves, friend. Cause we be on the phone, we be on live. So I already know how that shit go both ways. Like, they irritate us.
you know what I'm saying? Because full fledged, you seen it. One that dude that died, he was my
Yeah.
worst problem. This motherfucker called the cops and said I abused him. Like could have had me killed,
Mm-hmm.
locked up, gone. You feel
Mm-hmm.
do shit like that, and I can't do nothing but do what I can. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm a motherfucker that ain't finna just go, so I called the cops on him.
And that's fucked up because it's like, you got to think about it. They older and they get at that point where they have dementia and
Well,
Alzheimer's and all that.
the
And
thing
it's like, no, no, I'm not excusing their behavior, but it's like
I'm
I
just saying,
didn't see so many people that's been one on one with people, and like the client would talk shit to the caretaker, and they really love them. They're just not in their right mind. But I'm not saying like what they're saying is right or what they're doing is right, because what he did was not right. Like, don't ever make no accusation on me, because now you putting my work in jeopardy. You feel me?
no, no, and look, it all ties in because the dude I'm talking about, like, he would have never did half that shit if he was on right medication or if he would have accepted the help that he really
Right.
needed. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
his main thing was that he was his own POA. He wanted to do everything for
Mhm.
himself. He don't want no help.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But this motherfucker will sit up here and do some shit like that just because you woke him up and was trying to
Yep.
clean up.
And they sassy like that, especially them older folks. That's why I can't work with old folks no more. I worked with old folks before. I can't do it because them old folks, I'll be ready to really slap the fuck out of them
Because just
because
like
they disrespectful.
how the state comes and checks every house, nigga, the state stopped coming for his calls because they seen personally how he is.
Because they already know. So it's like, we get a call. It's like, okay, you calling again. We know you tripping. We not even gonna take it serious unless you're like in a life and death type of situation. Don't call us. Like, it's like you wasting. Like, that's like a Nuna. That bitch Nuna always calling the police and don't need the police.
State is worse than the police because the state
Yeah,
is
but now you getting extra motherfuckers involved for nothing. All because you're mad, and all because I'm telling you to do something. Now you want to exaggerate the story, and that's what I'm saying. It takes a lot to work in this type of field.
and everything they do, they don't understand that if the state come and want to shut us down today,
Hmm.
us and you, motherfucker.
That's why I say anybody that work in this type of field, I salute you, because it's not easy. It's not.
Most of the patients I got don't got family coming to visit them. So if you,
Me too.
I ain't taking you nowhere.
It's not easy, but the ones that really care and the ones that really show up and do their job, and yeah, of course I'm here for my money, but I'm also here because I have a relationship with them and I love them regardless of whatever the fact is. Like, my girls, yeah, I don't play about them. They
So
get on my fucking nerves, but
about
I ain't gonna play about them.
another thing I wanted to talk about with the situation is how I'm seeing people are
Yeah, I'm
getting
sorry, guys. I had a little back and forth with my girl. My bad. But yeah,
no, you
yeah,
No,
good.
you
y'all doing
good,
good.
friend. You
Y'all
good,
doing
friend.
great.
Go
Y'all doing
ahead,
great.
talk your
Yeah,
shit.
Okay, so look, another
Don't
thing
do too much on her though, Jero.
I pray for me. Pray for
Don't do
your
too
boy.
much
I'm
on her.
getting
Me
pissed
and
right now.
me and Ace,
Go
me and
pray
Ace
for your
having a
boy.
good conversation. We
I'm
having a
sorry.
good
Yeah, my bad.
conversation.
I'm going back on me. Y'all go back.
Yeah,
uh,
go back on mute.
Yeah.
What'd
so
you say,
another
friend?
thing to talk about what I'm seeing is that people are getting fined or getting taxed for previous payments. So like the stimulus check that happened, people got two different things. They got either a regular stimulus check or they got extra pay on their SSI. And that's the biggest thing. What I'm seeing, people are either getting cut off or either getting charged for the extra money that they was given with the stimulus.
Yeah.
Um, prime example, one of my guys, the black dude, he just got accepted for his SSI up here because he moved from California up here, but they still $4,000 for extra pay that he got during the stimulus shit, and it's like he was in a home getting taken care of, and he never had access to that money to fuck it off or nothing. He don't know nothing about that, and that has nothing to do with him. Yeah,
Right.
state's miscalculation is what they're going off of, but that has nothing to do with it. It's
Right.
your calculation. On top of that, his money he had from his SSI down in California didn't follow him up here. His mother had to go through a whole like process of suing, calling, everything to where they had to cut off that money from that card he came with from California, starting all over. To where now, last month he just got accepted, getting a certain amount of money, but now they're talking about they're still going to take that $4,000 out of his monthly pay from his SSI up here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, how does that work, bro? You're starting on a whole new account up here, Now,
Mm-hmm.
something that was none of my fault. And as I said, he's mental. He has schizophrenia. He's autistic. Yeah, patient like the
Hot as fuck. My bad, friend. I'm listening to you. I'm just
like I said, like you got a nigga that really can't take care of himself at all,
right.
and he's in your system. You take him from one state to the next, and you're starting him over, but still want to charge him for something that you did because he's not the only one. Like I've been seeing I know about 5 different people that have been through this year,
Yeah,
where
that's what I'm saying. They don't give a fuck. They do not give a fuck.
the medical system is out of whack, and I don't know if it has to do with because of COVID or just the right people wasn't taking care of it the right way in general.
Yeah.
Because I moved up here. I got health care to where they take care of $300 worth of my health care. I just have to pay like 20, 20, 30 bucks every month. And if I go to the doctor, I pay whatever my visit is for my meds. That's it. Everything else,
Right.
and I make money to where I could pay full coverage for everything.
Right.
So
But
having
you always do your big one, friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know
no,
we be talking
that's
shit, we be joking, but you really
somebody that has
care.
pay everything, and somebody that is full fledged qualified to have
Right.
doesn't get it or gets cut off or get taxed. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Makes no sense.
It don't. And it will never make no sense. That's why we gotta work for ourselves. Start our own business.
Mm. J Real.
Did he leave his podcast?
Uh,
I know he didn't leave his own podcast. Jiro, I would eat your old
I wouldn't like nobody.
lemon motherfucking cinnamon stick Apple Jacks box ass up.
Cinnamon.
Stop playing with me.
I'm about to fall out.
Get in here, J Ro, before I eat you up. I'm trying to be cool. I'm drunk.
Where you at?
I'm in LA.
Yeah, hey,
Where's J Ro go?
I don't know. Hey, I might be out there either the end of June, if not, then middle of July, because I got 2 different showcases I can pay for.
You doing the BET experience?
That's what I'm talking about. The first showcase is in the end of June. I have to get on my laptop and see about paying for the slot before it ends. But I also have so much music to work on. That's another thing. What I'm saying, I might just end up just coming in July because I have enough time to finish
Alright.
and really have it to promote.
I'm so loaded. Where's J Ro? Well,
Uh,
let me know when you're coming out here, friends, so then I can like make my arrangement. But I'm back off Fridays and Saturdays now, so if you performing Saturday or Friday, then that's good.
yeah. You want to still go live? Take shots.
Yeah, cause J Ro, fuck you, bitch.
All right, go
Go
live.
live. I'ma join.
All right.
Alright, bye.
serious this time. Hello, guys. Are you guys here? My bad, guys. There's a lot going on right now. Hold on just a second. I'm okay, Mom. I'm really upset right now. Well, I know you are. That's why I'm saying you can calm down. Calm down, bro. Now, Mom, you asked me when is it over? It's official. Once you said F you and all this and talking about I only helped her twice and you never sent me money and my friend sent me money, I sent her over $500 helping her in the last couple months. Don't tell us that. But anyway, I'm mad at myself for doing that. These are great. And that's why I mean why I do not like black women. I can't stand black women. All black women ain't bad, y'all. Every last one of them. No, they not. Because I've been nothing but good to her. Ungrateful. That's what pisses me off, Mom. She's ungrateful. What? You know that. Now you know. She can go straight to hell. You know nothing. Matter of fact, you gave your life back. In a way, yeah. So look at it like that. I'm so mad. Bro. All right, what's good, everybody? My bad. Everybody, I am so sorry. Let me turn my camera on. I am so sorry for my my going offline right now. My phone had my laptop had died, and I was dealing with a situation that kind of you know um I'm sorry, guys. You guys have to. I'm trying to keep my composure, but I'm really upset right now. I want to continue the show because I'm not gonna let no outside entities ruin what I got going on. You feel what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm a little angry, but y'all don't know what I'm angry about. It's cool. If anybody want to come back on and talk about the dark side of healthcare, please come back on. Um, um, all right. I don't know if you can see me on Instagram live. Um, log back in. I'm, I'm gonna hit the link. Oh, I've been nothing but there for your ungrateful ass. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. This is shit. I'm free. I didn't need my life anyway. Man, fuck Renette. This bitch is a stupid. She's stupid as fuck. This stupid ass bitch gonna sit up here and say all this crazy shit. Dad, I hear you what you're saying. What want to do on you? I'm going to do on that. Yeah, I know I agree. I have been nothing but supportive of her. I've given her money. I've sacrificed.
We know that. We know what we know.
And I'm really pissed. And I'm not glad out more.
That's what. That's a good thing. Be glad. We don't need to pray like we used to. The Lord.
And that's another thing. I went to God. I went to God and said, I prayed to God for her. Even when I wasn't wrong, I said, can you work this relationship out? God, I'm trying to do the best I can. I pray you eat her. Oh, I went to see when you make me go to God about you and you say some disrespectful, ungrateful, disgusting stuff to me, you betrayed my relationship with God. Those things we're doing that was against God that I knew. I'm like, well, yeah, but I feel like I betrayed. You know, see, there's just a lot of stuff in my mind that just.
Listen, God. He said you prayed to God. Okay, remember that. He said he prayed to you. So
guys, have a good day. This is JB9 Deuce representing JB Speakeasy, the Black Platform Black Men Speak. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm sorry, I'm upset right now, guys. I'm sorry y'all had to witness this, but I'm not in a position to do a show. I'm sorry, guys. I really am. I'll talk to you guys later, right? God bless. Bye-bye.